some of that juice. You full of beans.
What?
You full of beans. Let me get some
I'm
of
not
that juice.
full. I don't.
You gonna be okay till we get home.
Yeah, but then I'm not gonna have a charge when I get home. Turn right there. I thought it was telling me to come here. Wish I had been soaking some red beans overnight. Could have came home and made some red beans. I don't even know if I bought any beans.
Yep, I sat down and she was like, do you have your East on? What you was like, yes, in the car.
Yep, I just still gotta do the work. You thought you was gonna put it on and just be able to just sit there and chill.
Man, I just want to do some exercise this way. I don't know how it works.
I want to get them built then sell them. Yeah, I teach you the real strategy in that. Oh yeah, bro. Trust me. Quit's a pretty cool guy. So he's expressed interest in commercial real estate, and I'd be happy to teach him what I know as far as how to invest in it, build up, and kind of help him develop a strategy.
I still got the mask on.
At the light, Turn left onto Old US 41 Highway Northwest.
I think we're looking at the bigger picture. Everything pertains to the kids will be better. It's like that's the hardest part about divorce. It's the children. Yeah, but since then, you know, like Mel, she invited me to Destiny. You know, that's the place I always took the family over the years. So she invited me there. We're going next week. Is that confusing to the kids? What's that? Like, I mean, them
Going to Disney?
thinking that dad and mom are us, dad and mom were back. No, so my
I don't know what
kids
they
have
said, it's
no
not
sense
Disney.
of understanding, like they know divorce.
They go somewhere
They
for
know that we're
a
not
family
together.
vacation. But now
they
they're
do understand
divorced.
happiness, though, you know?
But they decided to still do the
and
family
to me, just see
vacations.
them
Now they
kids
get
smile
along and
means a
stuff.
lot to me.
That's
You know,
good,
so
Martell.
that's it. But there's a hope on the inside of all us children that, you know, that's what this means. Coming from a family where you have divorced parents, there's always that hope that your parents are going to get back together. Me and Kyle were separated with Monster since Monster was like 3. However, that didn't stop the conversation. Of course, he wanted to know, why can't you guys, you know, get back together? So
Oh, Lord. I don't know. Oh, this hangs up.
even though Marcel and Mel are going on this vacation together, I can almost guarantee you that those children
Did you hang up?
No, I didn't. It's some chicken wings in the freezer.
Oh, we already made fries this year.
It's some chicken wings in the freezer. Take them out the pack, put them in a big Ziploc bag, and fill it with hot water.
Fill the Ziploc bag with hot water?
Yes.
How many chicken?
The whole pack. Because it's frozen, so you ain't going to be able to undo it.
Oh.
I don't have to stay on the phone.
Oh.
Just,
Alright, Bonnie.
alright, just do it. Bye.
Alright.
there's a chance
toasted up a dinner with Tisha Marceau, Kimmy Reese, and myself, to discuss how we feel like one day's out of line, kids should be off limits, what boundaries look like, and we agreed that Wanda takes it to another level. My energy was just good. Like, even when Tisha tried to be shady at the table,
She was saying what she said based on what Martell said about Mel stepping out, and she didn't know if it was his child or not.
you say one word. I was so proud of myself because that's typically not me. At that dinner,
This
I was
shows you
not
why
about to
we still
dignify
need the
Letitia
sun.
with a response. A lot of times, Letitia
Why we still
definitely
need the
makes
sun?
excuses
For stuff to
for
grow,
both
because like
Marceau and Wanda.
it was like it's
She
getting watered,
definitely
so
tends
why
to
is it?
act oblivious a lot of
Why
the times
the
in
ground?
an
Why is the
attempt
grass still
to get, I guess,
gold
sympathy card.
instead of
Conclusion that
green?
we came to was
'Cause it's
not
cold.
talking about kids
Because
getting
it's
off
cold,
limits,
and
not
the
posting
sun
their stuff
creates the
on social
warmness,
media.
and it creates that what is it called, photosynthesis, where it's,
No, I'm not looking for
where it's taking the nutrients and growing, turn green and stuff.
Yeah, you need both. Water and sun, that's all you need to survive.
Until like a million years from now, where the sun is going to be too much, and then everything's going to die out. Too intense.
Coming up on Love and Marriage
This
High School.
world is going and going and going. Way beyond us.
The sun going to die one day. It's going to bloom and die. And have other stars. So what happened to our stars?
So it's been a while since
Might be
I've
too
seen
close
her.
to it.
We decided to meet up at Dreamcatcher, so I'm looking forward to just chatting with her. She tries to bring peace most of the time, so hopefully
As we can figure out how to move the earth. Just like Iron Man said, put a big old armor around the earth and then we just push it a little bit towards the sun.
Then we'll freeze.
Then we'll freeze. We'll be right in the sweet spot.
But that's where we are now. Here you got a country club.
Then you start thinking, is there any other sweet spots in the galaxy, in the universe?
I feel like it has to be.
At
Or,
least one, right?
beings or life or whatever have learned to live in different environments.
Alright.
Just like, on Earth. I mean, of course, Earth, because it is in the sweet spot with the water and the sun and all the stuff. But, just look at the different things that people have adapted to on Earth.
Right.
Like the tribe or that lives in Antarctica, or the North Pole, Alaska. Like they live in those super extreme cold environments that we wouldn't survive in. I'm cold as hell right now. And then there's the tribe that has adapted to being under the water. So they'll dive for like 10, 15 minutes at a time. And then they even, their eyes have adjusted to be underwater for that long.
I guess.
So we would adapt to the environment that we.
Right. But you got to
Stay in
first
the
have
left lane.
life though, for life to start adapting.
You gotta what?
First have life. Have the opportunity to have life.
So then you're going under the notion that Earth is the only place with life.
No, I'm saying is somewhere in the galaxy or the universe, there got to be another spot where life has formed.
Right.
Whether it be under extreme conditions or conditions conditions that we wouldn't think life can live in.
Right. That's
But as long as there's life, or some kind of life, it can grow and adapt to whatever environments
that's what I'm
that
saying.
planet might have.
Right. So that's what I was saying. I just feel like we're looking for life that looks like us, which is why we can't find. Well, I don't believe they ain't found life, but you know, which is why we quote unquote haven't found life, because we're looking for life that looks like us. And we're looking at other planets and we're like, there's no H2O, they can't live there. And it's like, what if they have adjusted beyond water? Water is the base for our world, but that don't mean water is the base for, right. But I do think, especially with them saying that the universe is infinite, I'm just like,
I gotta be at least one.
it seems impossible. To me, it seems like if the world is infinite, it has to be at least 1 million. Because, like, especially if life is organic, if life is just cells, like, even though we're thinking and we're doing and we're, you know, whatever, but if you break it down to, you know, just whatever we are, we're just cells and atoms and stuff like that.
Yeah, what if life on another planet ain't carbon based?
Right. That's
It's something else.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by we're looking for a life that looks like us.
Right.
We're looking for life that looks like us. And it real life could be a world of Grogu's. You know what I mean? Like if we went to a planet and it was nothing but, or what's the rock dude, the one that's made of rocks?
Core.
If we went to a planet and we seen nothing but rocks, we would just walk away and it's just rocks. But that don't mean, you know what I'm trying to say? Like we don't know, and it's because we're looking for life that looks like us. I don't know. I feel like there's so much that we don't know that humans are claiming that they know. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. And then we're so, the human species is extremely closed-minded. We don't want to know no more than what
Stay
we
in the
know,
middle lane.
unless we're discovering gold or jewels, or you know what I mean. But we don't want to know nothing more than what we know, and then we say what we know, and then we don't even believe that. For example, all energy, they claim, all energy has been here since the earth was formed, right? And spirits, or whatever they want to call it, is energy, right? So when we die, that energy leaves this shell and is just where? It seems like the science stops there. They don't want to go beyond that. But it's like, if it's energy, it leaves our body, then does it jump into another body? Does it leave this planet? Is that what a ghost is? You know what I mean? But it's like they don't want to go beyond the fact that they say all energy is, you know. So it's like, as a species, we're very closed-minded. And I think because of that...
We show it in different ways. Like, science stops there, but creative thinking and what are they called? Not prophets, but folks who are like really smart. Call them
Scientists?
not
philanthropists.
starts with a B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Philosophers?
Yeah, philosophers think about this stuff and they think stuff is different. Like
Right.
that movie, what is that movie called?
Every movie has a black guy that dies.
Disney movie, cartoon. That
Soul.
guy, Soul. And there's this place where all the souls are at. And the souls come down into the bodies, whatever. Like, that's a good explanation of what happens. But, like, science would never explore that.
Point. That's my point. Like, it's a good explanation, and it seems like it, but it's a cartoon. It's not real. It's not considered anything.
But the theory and thought behind it is, I think, very important.
But what I mean by we're closed-minded is no one will seriously look at that and take that into anything beyond children's fantasy. That's what I mean by being closed-minded. Because there's a book that I read, you know the book, The Coldest Winter Ever, right? And they did the follow-up, after Life After Death. So in that book, she spends the entire book dead, right? And she's in this place that is like in between heaven and hell. So there's two places that's in between heaven and hell. One place is closer to hell, and the other place is closer to heaven. In the hell place, all kind of weird stuff happens that it's crazy. And then stuff like, try to give you an example. Oh, at one point she's sitting down in her mind. She's sitting like on the curb in the street, like just sitting on the curb, and she can't see in front of her. She can't see behind her, and it stinks like she's sitting inside of a sewer. Like, that's how bad it stinks, right? But she's just sitting there. And it feels like she's sitting there for days and weeks. And then finally someone comes up that has some light, and they try to get her to go somewhere. But then the things that tempt her, like a fine guy drives up in a super ride, so she don't want to follow the person that had the light and trying to tell her, the right way to go. She want to go follow the dude with the car, so then she ends up back, and still in the hell in between. Then finally, she makes it to the heaven in between. And I hate to say it like this, but some of the people describe it. It's like Disneyland at night. So the trees, each tree is like illuminated a color, like a turquoise illuminated color, a fuchsia illuminated color, a blue illuminated color, and it's just like this super peaceful place. And then everybody is put into like a cabin with X amount of other people. And you're supposed to go through this like 6-week program.
At the next light, turn left.
I don't know if it's exactly 6 weeks, but you're supposed to go through this program to learn yourself and try to, the last chance to learn these last minute lessons that you should have learned before you can go to heaven. And that's just the quick version of how it's described. But the way that they describe it,
at the light, turn left onto Marsville Road Northwest.
A great explanation to what happens to your soul after it leaves the body. Like, they were still aware of who they are. You're in a place, you're not exactly in hell, you're not exactly in heaven. You're still, trying to figure it out, or, you know what I mean? Like, so I think there's great explanations for these things out there. Oh, like, you didn't finish watching it, but the OA, in that show, she died like 5 times, right? Every time she died, it looked like exactly what my quote-unquote out-of-body experience was. Like I said, in the book, she said that she was sitting, to her, it felt like she was sitting on the curb, but she could see nothing, but her eyes were open. But it wasn't like it was dark. She just couldn't see nothing because there was nothing. That's what it felt like when I had my out-of-body experience. It wasn't dark. It just was nothing there. I don't know how it's decided, to explain it. But in the movie The OA, that's exactly how they did her when she would die. and then a voice would be talking to her from nowhere. So I think there's great.
Maybe that's it.
I think there's great explanations out there.
Maybe that's a shared experience that nobody's explored. That when some folks pass or have an out-of-body experience, near-death experience. This is what they see, and this is what they happens, but nobody's like capturing that and making a,
I think it's because how do you prove it?
right. But the accounts, so maybe it's not a thing about you can't prove it, but just that like
At the next light,
thousands and
turn
thousands,
right.
or even millions and millions of people have the same experience. And you should explore that,
Right.
right?
But
You can't like take people to their death.
I mean, it might be
over
some-
and over.
Right.
And had to jot down or count their thoughts or count what happened. Count
At the light, turn right onto Birch
Nobody
Hickory
wants to sign
Road
up for that
Northwest.
experiment.
right. But we're so close-minded that it would never become quote-unquote mainstream. It would never be accepted. I ain't gonna say never, but it would take a lot for something like that to be accepted as real or true or and I think, like I said, I just think humans are extremely close-minded.
We would need to push technology that can take. What was that?
She ain't fucking did it yet.
What's that movie? What was that show we was watching with the crazy dad scientist, and he had a son, and they were with the FBI? What was that show called?
In 1.3 miles, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto Birch Hickory Road
It wasn't
Northwest.
X-Files, but it was similar to X-Files.
There was a dad and a son. Oh, you talking about Friends?
Where they can like get pictures of the mind or whatever the mind sees when there's something
That's
like that.
another show you didn't finish watching with me. That show was
In 1
Something like
mile,
that
at the
happened,
roundabout,
we push
take the
technology
second
so
exit
fast to
onto
get
Birch
that
Hickory
for
Road
real.
Northwest.
Maybe that'll help people come around.
yeah, but you gotta convince people that it's real enough to fund it to do it.
Alright.
We're not open-minded enough for it, and even if that happened, like okay, for perfect example, right? Aliens, right? There's people that claim that they get abducted or seen aliens, or there's, footage of spaceships and, weird stuff in the sky, and even the whole, what was it called? The Blue Book thing, where they were exploring it, but they basically were hired to debunk everything that everybody said. And then one of them ended up slightly becoming a believer because, it was just too much stuff that couldn't be explained and blah, blah, blah. The only people that are even taken into consideration is white professionals that see it. And even then, they're made to be crazy. They don't want to talk
At the
about it
roundabout,
because,
take
so
the
it's
second
like,
exit onto Birch
we
Hickory
can't even
Road
get past
Northwest.
that, no matter, and it's thousands and thousands of people. Now, mind you, with anything, you gonna get some fakes in there. But some of the stuff is so, like, all these sightings where it'd be like
In
100
1.5
people
miles,
see the same
turn
thing.
right onto
Yeah,
Hiram
like the
Edward Highway.
1984 Chicago site.
Or the one in LA where the army was out there shining light on the thing and firing at it. It still gets dismissed as if it was not real, or it's a weather balloon, So it's like we can't even get past that
Right.
to get to a place. Or like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He don't even want to talk about it. His reaction to anyone saying anything about alien stuff is a childish reaction because he instantly starts insulting them because they might not be as smart as him. And he doesn't realize how ignorant that is. But we're so closed-minded, we can't even say maybe. That's what it is. And then humans have the notion to be right. And not be right in the sense that they really are right, just have the want to say they right. That is something that's I feel like it's in everybody. You just want to be right. So you just say it, no matter what. And because of that, we can't explore and see and open our minds up to
At the next stop
possibilities
sign,
and
turn
grow.
right.
Like, we got all this technology and stuff and iPhones, and they spying on us, and now paper money is about to be irrelevant and all these different technology stuff, but we ain't growing as a people. We're not growing more intelligent. We're getting dumber and dumber. The more technology we get, the stupider we're becoming.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Hiram Ackworth Highway.
Because it's like, I think there are aliens. But say it got determined, there are aliens out there. You know how much we can learn from another species that's smarter than us? But all we thinking is war.
At the next light,
And then
turn
to
left.
me, it's like not even taking into consideration the fact that if there are beings that are more intelligent than us, and if they wanted war, couldn't they have already destroyed us? We're not a threat to them. If they can travel back and forth and we can spot them in the sky and they can do all these maneuvers that we have no idea how they did it,
At the light, turn left
And
onto
say-
Dallas Ackworth Highway.
aliens are the ones that built the pyramids, and say the ancient alien theory is true, that the pyramids were not for tombs, but they actually were energy situations, magnetic fields, and all these different things. That means thousands of years ago, they were smarter than
In
we are
2.3
today.
miles, turn right
So
onto
there's
Spray Road.
beings that were smarter than we are today 1,000 years ago. Then it's like, if they wanted to destroy us, I'm pretty sure they can. Smallpox almost took us out. So you don't think they could, you know what I mean? Like, so what are we scared of? We should be trying to fight them so we can get smarter and grow as a people. Or maybe the flattest earth, we're in a dome, and all that's just, they do stuff like that to keep us thinking that we're bigger than what we are. Hello.
I think we use technology for the wrong reasons. We use technology for convenience and entertainment right now.
Control.
Yeah, that's control.
We think it's entertainment, but it's control.
We're not pushing technology for the greater good or for us to become better as species. This is to entertain ourselves, make stuff for people.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Spray Road.
If you put garbage by the garbage like how that was, will they pick all that up? That's not the first time I've seen that. I see it a few people doing that. They won't do that out. Maybe it's different out here than it is in California.
I tried, they didn't pick it up. I think them garbage man homes.
Huh?
They did no garbage man homes. Or say recycling man homes. So they be like, alright, on this route, this house and this house, this fellow workers.
Turn right onto Spray Road. Then turn
garbage
left onto
when
Goulet
they
Road.
put it on the side like that, they don't pick up no garbage.
maybe it's a different company that does. Because there's several different garbage companies.
True. I tried it. And I thought it was going to work too, because it was just a big ass box the size of the can. So the grab arm could have just grabbed both things, but no, he purposely maneuvered, pushed the box out the way, and just grabbed the can. And went on about his
Turn
day.
left onto Cool Edge Road. In half a mile, turn left onto Holbrook Drive.
It's a trip how leaves really did do that much. Like the leaves is what make it thick. Now that it ain't no leaves, we can see through the trees. It didn't seem like it was, I mean, I don't know, as thick as it was, it seemed like it was more trees. It's like we couldn't see none of that through there.
Spring gonna come and it's gonna get all colorful and feel all in.
So all the leaves that fell, what happened to them leaves?
They look great.
But what happens to them?
They biodegrade.
Turn left onto Holbrook Drive.
Get
So
blown
our
around and stuff.
So our backyard is just gonna turn into dirt.
Yeah. More dirt.
We don't have to have nobody like clear it out.
In a quarter mile, the destination is on your left, 293 Holbrook Drive.
I ain't never been around this many leaves, so I'm just like, I don't know. Oh, this stay bus. So had we made them go to school.
I'll be right behind them right now.
Yeah. She only went, I'm about to say she only went to school today. Charging home out this neighborhood sucks. Ain't no girls or nothing in the neighborhood for her to hang out with. I'm like, girl, you didn't hang out with nobody when we was in Mountain House. What are you talking about?
There's girls here.
There's plenty of them. I be seeing them.
The destination is on your left, 293 Holbrook
She
Drive.
said the girls that's on the
Arrived at
school
home.
bus, she don't like talking to them. She said they don't talk back or something like that. She was saying, who knows?